Good evening, Multiverse, and welcome to another exciting episode of MNW Warzone and the Go Home Show for Future Shock. I'm your host, Warzone General Manager Jerry Aldini, and I know a lot of you were expecting me to introduce Michael Montoya. Look, things aren't always that easy. Now, Montoya, he did get rehired. He did. I'm all within my rights. Uncle went and got him. We brought him on. We brought him on last week. Turns out he can't just resume employment. It's hiring him back considered, because he was fired, even though Uncle feels bad about it. He was fired, so he's a new hire. He's got to go through the new hire process of filling out the paperwork and going through new employee orientation, which I just found out today has not been updated since Registered Anon was in charge of human resources. Which, it's gonna be a number of videos he is going to have to watch. And yeah, I'm not, you know what? I'm not going to get into all the nitty gritty details, but I think you can imagine who recorded those videos. It's weird. Half of, not all, it's not all Registered Anon. Some of them are Croc4. One of them was, no, two of them were recorded by Croc4's wife. It's, anyway, that's getting in the weeds. Let's focus on tonight. It's the Go Home Show for Future Shock, and we've got so much for you tonight. We have the final match between Osman Gillick and Tiki the Troll. It is the final of their best of 7 series. In a surprise move, the Allfather Arkolf demanded a match against Storyteller due to the proclamation that the Storyteller made that Arkolf's time is over, and that it is the dawning of the 4th age. Oh, and in your main event, as a sneak preview of their match at Future Shock, members of the Elimination Chamber match, Multiversal Ant, Nakano Kirishima, Leon Arcaster, Minwano, and Necrom will face each other in a multi-man match. One fall to a finish. It's going to be a brutal match. That is all that and more as we get ready for next week, March 30th, Future Shock. And before we get into all that exciting action, we have somebody who wants to, before our first match, somebody wants to come down to ringside and talk to you all. Somebody who's a little bit in their feelings right now. Someone you all know by the name of One Chance. One Chance, who has always been out there, has held more than one title in this company by now. Always looking for that next opportunity, that next chance. But let's hear what he has to say to the Multiverse on this Go Home Show. Hola. I'm going to be honest. I'm not feeling the best. I was so sure I could take the TT title back from Adrian Driscoll. And I failed. And now I have to ask myself a question. What's next for One Chance? Because, as many people have pointed out, I keep getting one chance after another. How many times can one man do that? How many last chances does one have left? How many? And can I really keep getting the people's hopes up and letting them down, and in doing so, letting myself down? How many times? How many times? That is my question. I need to reorganize myself, take a deep, long look at myself and determine, do I even still belong here? Is one in the right spot? Or has one pushed his luck, stretched his fate too far? Have I taken more than my fair share of chances? And if so, and there is a burning question I have to ask, what is my last chance? Well, there's some deep questions. As One Chance, who's always looked for that next chance, now wonders, has he gone to the well once too often? And that, while I'll be honest, folks, that's a question at some point every wrestler really has to ask themselves. Now, I did. So many other Burnout Vaughn did. Alpha Kong did. So many wrestlers have to take a long look and go, is it time to hang up the boots? And that is the crossroad that Juan now sits at. But while he takes that look inside, we've got some wrestling to get to. And in our opening match, one of the matches you will see next week at Future Shock is TPK, represented by Gorman Dagrick, facing the Night's Watch, Alistair Evergreen and Gunnar Birch, for the Multiversal Tag Team Championship. But before we get to that match, let's have a little preview. But let's make it a trios match. And with that, let's head to ringside.
Your opening match is a trios match. Introducing first, TPK.
And there they are, TPK. The Barbarian Gorm, the Battle Master Dagrick, and the Dragon Warrior Draco Rex. and they come down getting ready for their match at Future Shock, coming in full forces against the Night's Watch. As Gorm and Dagrick get the Dragon Blessing from Draco Rex.
And introducing their opponents, the Night's Watch.
And it is the Night's Watch, the king of Bavaria, the hardcore hound, Alistair Evergreen, Gunnar Birch, and the returning West Wind. Although I think I still see a little tension between Gunnar and West Wind due to West Wind's leave of absence, shall we call it? And we're off, and we start with Draco and Gunnar. Oh! Kneeling DDT. Getting this action in, getting this trios match in ahead of the tag title match next week. Oh! Off the middle rope. Gunnar coming back strong. And Draco going for the pin. One. And in comes the dagger versus the hardcore hound. Punch to the back of the head. And again! It's almost like Dagrick is trying to work that neck, maybe loosen him up a bit for an even more devastating Dwarven driver! As the werewolf rakes his fingers, his claws down Dagrick's back. Oh! Things are not looking good for the dwarf. And slamming him down, but wasn't paying attention. Hot tag to Draco. Oh, sling blade. Dagrick back outside now. Oh, slamming Draco Rex down, and now going, well, try it. I guess he was wanting to pay back. Oh, trying to throw Gorm at Draco. Now hitting Draco with a DDT, going for the pin. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. Oh, but looks like he nailed Gorm. Gorm finally getting his head clear. But Alistair not satisfied. Oh, cheap shot from Gunner. And a standing bulldog. I guess that sitting facebuster, he calls it Wonderland. Oh, and the ref is down. And the regeneration kicks back in, and in comes the Goliath. And the Ninja, oh, clothesline. Up in that rack. But Gorm breaking the hold. Into the corner goes Birch. Up, uppercut. Oh, and down goes the big man. West Wind cleaning house. Oh, literally, there goes all of TPK. And in comes Birch again. This is where you need to start asking yourself some pertinent questions, like, what is the worth of pissing off a Goliath? And, oh! Dagrick reminding you all he's a cruiserweight. He's a high flyer. With that Hurricane Rana takedown. Oh! Thrown right into the refs, having a rough match, folks. And Gunner Birch hitting. Now that Alabama slam, and now he's just kind of he's tossing the dwarf around. And Dagrick tells him exactly how he feels about that. Westwind in now. Oh, getting the boots. And getting slammed down with a Dwarven Buster. And now Dagrick setting up for, oh! I think he was setting over for a Dwarven driver, but got floated over. Oh, I was going to say Dagrick in trouble, but he fought back. And Dagrick throwing Westwind around, and again a float over by the Angelic One. Now they are both down now. Well, now it's not looking great for Westwind. Getting walked around. Oh! Again? Oh! Oh, and the elevation on that moonsault. Broken up by Birch. In comes the Barbarian. Oh, the big boot. Would you like to rage?
And your winners, TPK.
Well, Dagrig softened him up, but Gorm was able to hit the I would like to rage. And that's all she wrote for Westwind and the Night's Watch. Now, how does this portend to the tag belt match next week? That is it. That was a banger of a first match on this go-home show. We also have I'm noticing a social media post from Leon Arcaster, who you will see in your main event tonight, going, "It was a pleasure to share a ring with you, Osman and Tiki. As for you, Minwano, see you in the ring with the others in the Elimination Chamber match. Good fight, and have a nice night." And not just the Elimination Chamber, that's next week. Tonight, they will be facing off in the main event. But that is later in the show. For now, we need to head to ringside. There's one question still remaining open that we haven't exactly sewn up for Future Shock. I know Future Shock is next week. We need to get the card worked out. But we have one match that we don't know who's going up for it yet. But maybe, just maybe, we'll get a clue right now as we hear from a legend in our industry and the leader in the locker room area, the Professional. Greetings, Multiverse. I know what you're all thinking. Am I going to make a deal with Driscoll? No, I'm not going to make a deal with Driscoll. One does not heap praise on a false prophet. One does not give in to a backbiter. One does not reward a coward who hides behind deals and trades as opposed to proving their actual worth. Because once you start caving in to a man like that, well, that ends up being all you do. So no, there will be no deal with Driscoll. There will be no kowtowing. There will be no giving in to demands. There will simply be this. Driscoll, I've beaten you once already. I'm the only man who has ever done so. Why don't you come and see if you can prove? Well, I think Driscoll heard him. Because here he comes. The enigmatic TTV champion, Adrian Driscoll. Well, I think I've heard about all I need to hear, professional. Now, I know everyone will probably expect me to stick to my guns and demand a deal, but you right got under my skin. Oh, finally admitting that deep down you're just a man like the rest of us. And that is pride to be tweaked. There is an ego that can be wounded. Well, that might be going a bit far, but you know what I do have? Pride. I'll admit, I have pride. And you have made it an issue of pride. Well, Adrian Driscoll needs to prove that he can beat the professional. Well, there we have it. It's not the first. It's a very common drive, you see, Driscoll. You who claim to be the master of deals. There's an understanding of people. As you get further in this profession, as you learn, as you become more professional, you'll understand. Oh, I understand just fine, professional. Last time when you beat me, you needed both the element of surprise and a cage. So this time, with the belt on the line, well, let's just see if you can beat Adrian Driscoll one-on-one. Well, this is the point, is it not? I am looking forward to beating you again, Driscoll. And I will be exposing you as nothing more than a normal man who let his ego goad him into accepting a match from a mortal man. Why, I reckon that you take some comfort in believing all those words you just said. But know this, professional. There's a truth. There's a deeper truth, and you've been around. You understand that not everything is as it seems. Oh, yes. I've seen so much. I have faced the Inquisition. I have dealt with Fey Kings and wrestling devils. I have seen the torments that can drive a man down, and I've risen above them all. But I understand that you require your mystique, that you require your reputation. And I can respect that, but you had best respect that when you face me next week at Future Shock, that you are facing the best in the business. Well, there we go. Well, hey, all right. If I know you're listening, Graphics Wizard, work your magic. Let's get that on the card. Adrian Driscoll will be defending the TTV Championship next week at Future Shock against the Professional. And that will be a rematch. As was stated, the last time they met was in a steel cage. And the Professional was the first wrestler ever to get a decisive decision against Driscoll. And that will be a match to look forward to. But in the meantime, we have something else to look forward to right now. We have a match that has been weeks and weeks in the making. It is time for match 7 of the best of 7 between Osman Kilik and Tiki the Troll. This is it. One shall emerge victorious. And no time like the present, let's head to ringside.
The following match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Osman Kilik.
Osman Kilik. He has been looking for this final victory. He's been looking for this moment to take his career to the next level. And he knew the best way to do that was with an epic challenge and the opportunity to face off against Tiki the Troll. And so here we are, one last time. One shall emerge. And the Jin is determined that it shall be him. And as we get ready, as Osman takes one last rip around the ring,
and introducing their opponent, Tiki the Troll.
Tiki the Troll, another long-standing member. And of course, he is probably thinking a lot about not just this match, but of course, looking forward, I suspect, to Tommy Black versus Johan Mjoln for the Nexus Titan Championship. That was decided last week. His partner, the Punk Master Ghost, was in that shot, but it's going to be a rematch with Black. But for now, putting all that aside, it's time for this final match of the best of 7. And hoisting Tiki up. Oh, elbow to the top of the head. These two, it's been largely a friendly rivalry, although anytime you're in a best of 7, I guarantee you at some point it's gonna get heated. And this one did at times get heated. Oh! I also promise you, more than anything, these are two wrestlers who want to come out on top because there's an opportunity. As he stomps Osman, one, of course, just proving themselves, but also there is going to be a prize. And I did finally decide on it. What is it? That'd be tight. And Tiki off the top. Oh, I think he busted Osman open. Stomping Killick in the back. Oh, dropping the elbow. Hoisting him up and dropping him down. And they are trading blows outside. We're up to an 8 count. No, Galaxy Brain Tactics this time. Arm drag on Killick. And Tiki getting him. What's he planning? I think he is trying to soften him up for under a bridge. And again, yeah, he is working on softening up that leg. Tiki, a leg submission specialist. Oh, dragon screw takedown. Tiki sizing him up. Oh, going for the PK and missing. Getting hoisted up in that military press. Oh, boot to the head. And now, oh, I thought he was going to whip him to the rope. Instead, pulling him back in, and now can Tiki capitalize with that twisting neck breaker? Tiki now just dancing around him. Killick responding. Oh! Shoulder tackle from all the way uptown. And oh! That hurts. Now, but is he going to be able to get him back in the ring and finish this? Tiki seems like he's fighting him. Maybe Tiki's thinking, hey, I can, nope, he's getting him back in the ring himself. He just want to be the one to do it. And a little too long getting his orientation, getting steamrolled by the Jin. And uh-oh. Getting hit by that Alabama slam. Oh, here it comes, the Janissary sling. And Tiki survives the sling.
And your winner, Osman Keeley.
Well, Osman's wish has been granted. He has won the Best of 7 series. Now, I'm sure you're all wondering, okay, great, what does he win? Well, I'll tell you exactly what he's won in the show after Future Shock. Nope. It's a surprise. But after Future Shock, I'll tell you what it is. But now, great job. I mean, brutal series, a lot of work done. Big hand to Tiki the Troll for his efforts. And a congratulations to Osman Killick for pulling out that victory. But you heard me earlier talking about Tiki's former associate, Johan Mjoln, and his Nexus Titan Championship defense next week against the Ginger Boy, Tommy Black, the man he took it off of in, shall we say, a highly questionable manner. But how is this going to play out? Well, there's one way to get some information. Let's head to ringside and let's hear from the mad lad of London himself, Tommy Black. All right, I gotta tell you, last week was a great match. Oh, yeah. Up against 3 other great champions, 3 other great competitors, I should say. And, we all had one thing in common, and that's fury for Johan. And that premature attack he pulled on, well, most of us. You got off light, Malice. Now, and I gotta give me apologies to the Ghost. PM, I'm sorry, I believe that you and Tiki would feel bad about Johan and maybe, for him abandoning you. I just gotta say, sorry, lads. Now, as for you, Johan, you are just a piece of shit. And we all know it. Attacking people backstage. the whole shite with the hammer. Oh, and now you gotta come out. Oh, good. Yep, here we are, Johan. I guess being about done with them. Well, here we go. Black, you utter worm. You are nothing more than a little gnat that got outsmarted for his title. Ha! And you, Johan, well, let's be honest, you're a disappointment. You're a disappointment as a god, and I have it on good authority. You're a disappointment as a son. So, let's get down to it. Oh, we are getting down to it. We are putting an end to this, Black, once and for all. And I will prove that you are not and never have been on my level. No, your level. Oh, you're so elevated above all of us. Johan, you only hold gold right now because you cheated for it. I've bled for gold and held top titles. You've been lucky because you've faced inferior opponents to get your titles. I took you down with ease. Well, I guess that is one way to say I'm a cheating bastard. I suppose there's other things we can say, like I can't win a title without cheating, and I'm an absolute disappointment to everyone who was ever considered a friend or, let's be honest, a family member. And I am and forever will be a piece of shite. Well, right in the gingers. Well, here we go. I guess Johan reached his end of being called out by Tommy. Oh, clothesline. Down goes Ginger Boy. The ref in there trying to break this up. But we'll get to see where this goes next week at Future Shock, when those two will face each other for the TTV Championship. It's going to be a hell of a match. But now we got to get ready for, well, a little something special. You know, we like to, on these go-home shows, give you some previews of what's coming up at the pay-per-view. Like tonight, having the main event featuring members of the Elimination Chamber. Like that trios match at the beginning of the show. And like what's coming up next. But before we get there, we have some people we need to hear from. And I think it is only fair to hear first from the individual who considers Future Shock to be their show. I give you R. Sawyer.
There are some that are curious about how I feel about Malice Prime's match, and my feelings for it are disappointment. And that's honestly how I have been feeling right now. Disappointed. You know, there's supposed to be a rivalry here, a feud that is meant to have a certain back and forth, a certain tete-a-tete. But this is not fun. You hear me, Khan? You suck. You're sucking all the fun out of this. I'm the only one that's supposed to... No. Not finishing that. You are a Skaven. You're a scheming, manipulative, sneaky rat bastard. And yes, I know you're a rat ogre. And normally those are stupid, dumb, idiotic creatures. But come on! You're not dumb. You're not even scary. I was expecting chaos. I was expecting shenanigans. I was expecting something fun and exciting, and you are leaving me at the altar disappointed and alone. So if you're not going to show me the crazy, then I'm just going to have to go crazy for the both of us. Because I'm going to have me some fun. You better watch out. I'm going to have me some chaos fun. Long, tall Sally, she's built sweet. She's got everything that Uncle John needs. Oh, baby, I'm gonna have me some fun. 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 I'm gonna have me some fun.
I feel like I should be worried. But Sawyer's not the only one who's having some fun. Because somebody else decided to have a little fun after they got a little pep talk last week. So now we're going to hear from Sir Uncle Dunk.
Everyone's going to be safe? Great. Thank you for everything. Greetings, Multiverse! You're probably wondering what I'm doing outside of Ozzia's private estate. Well, after last week's Warzone, I came to realize that Louis was right. As long as I'm doing it against ne'er-do-wells and tyrants, there isn't much shame in going back to my old antics. Ever since I went on this path of redemption, part of me was scared I would regress back into the old bastard that I used to be. That I would throw out all the progress that I had made once I gotten even a taste of the luxurious life again. Now, however, I realize how stupid all that was. I have no fear of turning back into what I used to be, with a few exceptions to those who deserve it. Now back to why I'm here. See, back when Ozzia took everything I own, that included many of the staff who used to work for me. I recently got back into contact with some of them, and from what they told me, oh boy, even old me was world's best boss compared to Taran. I came up with a plan to allow them to escape the VI Pharaoh's clutches and get a little payback. Before evacuating, someone swapped the wiring of the estate, the fire alarms, and the sprinkler system. One flip of a switch, and not even Noah's Ark will be able to save this place from the flood. See what future shock, Taran! Go!
Did Uncle just visit a plague on Taran? And, you know, do I not feel bad that he did it at all? But life has gotten really interesting, folks, I gotta say. But in the meantime, why don't we head down to ringside for this special pre-Future Shock tag team match.
The following is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, Sir Uncle Dunk.
And as you can see, Sir Ugly Dunk has finished his rounds working as a janitor here in the MNW arena. Oh man, it's really good to have the toilets as clean as they used to be. He's really taken a page out of the janitor's notebook, being a true professional. But here he is now, ready to wrestle ahead of his match against Azir Turan next week at Future Shock. And we are hoping at some point that we'll be able to get him to afford music again. But then this is a tag match. Who's his partner?
And introducing their tag team partner, it's Khan.
And the redeemed Sir Ugly Dunk is teaming up with the Nightmare Project Khan, which I think gives you an idea who they're facing in this tag match. As he comes down, this might very well be the epitome of strange bedfellows.
And introducing their opponents, coming to the ring first, Azir Turan.
The VI Pharaoh, who had to get a new suit cleaned and pressed and dried in time to get up for this match. Apparently, well, there was no one working at his estate after what Unkley pulled, and so he's having to outsource a cleaning crew to get his mansion back into shape. In the meantime, he's staying at a penthouse suite at a local hotel. But next week, Azir Turan will face Unkley Dunk at Future Shock in a grudge match.
And introducing their tag team partner, Sawyer.
He is the undisputed future. R. Sawyer, the founder of Future Shock, looking for one more epic match at his pay-per-view. He was looking for an opponent, and he got Khan. And this leads to the great question: Will Sawyer be able to win at his show? Well, we'll find out next week. For now, we'll just see if he can win tonight, partnered with the VI Pharaoh. And we start out, it is Turan and Unkley. Oh, knocked right into the ref, but Unkley managed to get out of the way quickly. And, oh, getting him with that reverse neck breaker. Turan is one of, if not the best technical wrestler in the business. But Sir Unkley Dunk, one of, if not the best striker in the business. And here, oh, kick, boot, knee. Right in the tattoos. Oh, and down goes Unkley. One thing that you are not going to find in this matchup is a lack of skill. Also, Turan got too close to Khan. And honestly, I think that's on him. Oh, running and wrenching that arm. This is Turan's style, always working on the arms, softening them up for the trials of Osiris. And in comes Sawyer. Oh, being taken down by Unkley. And, oh, again with the knee. Unkley on fire. And a twisting neck breaker. Unkley softening him up and now bringing in Khan. Oh! And immediately into a sling blade by Sawyer. But it looks like Unkley's work softening him up. Oh! Right into the boot. Hoisting him up, and snake eyes. All right, and now Khan on the mat, and Sawyer brings in Turan, who immediately gets a DDT for his trouble. Working that ankle joint. Usually not as that interested in leg submissions, but sometimes just take what you got. Plus, I think Turan would really, like to get his victory on Unkley. But you got to fight the man in front of you. And now the man in front of him is Unkley, taking him down at the knee. And now going right back to working that arm. And, oh, whoa! Bringing him into an uppercut, because that's what Unkley's good at. Meanwhile, those two going at it on the outside because Sawyer can't resist. But so, oh, and 1, 2, and 3. And throwing Sawyer back in because that's where things are decided. Hot tag to Turan. And a running bulldog. And a twisting neck breaker. Oh, Turan takes him down. And another neck breaker on Turan. Oh, right in the face. Ah. Just taking the pain. And again, working the arm. His eyes directly on being able to lock in that Trials of Osiris. And once again, the arm. He is sure, because even if he doesn't get a lot this match, maybe he can leave a lingering injury for next week. But right now he's getting another running bulldog courtesy of Unkley. Turan pushing him off. Unkley feeling the momentum shifting in his favor. And now bringing in the Rat Ogre himself, who is allowing the tag to Sawyer because that's who he wants to face. And going for the pin. And Unkley back in the ring. Sawyer coming in to face him. Oh, reversing the whip. I think Sawyer is so con-focused, he's forgotten Unkley can be a lot. Unkley, of course, is probably thinking back to all the times during his downfall Sawyer made a point of tormenting him. Getting him into that tequila sunrise hold. And now, he had something planned. But Khan had other ideas. Kick out at 1. And Sawyer decides he's going to let Azir finish off Unkley. Oh! Except Azir's going to have some problems. And getting the work on that angle, returning the favor from Azir. Leg DDT. Knowing he has to keep an eye on whatever shenanigans Sawyer's up to. Azir in the wrong part of town. And oh, once more to the arm. Softening him up, doing all that arm damage with the Trial of Osiris hanging in the ether. Ah, Luthez press on the outside. And Unkley on the upper hand. Setting up. This has been a brutal back and forth, but right now, can Unkley bring it home? Working the arm of Turan. Hot tag to Khan. Oh, not who Turan was expecting. In fact, he thinks the legal man is still Unkley. He's about to learn how mistaken he is. And hoisting him up. Oh! There you have it. It looks like Khan is now bringing it. Warp Fire Bomb. Oh, Unkley setting up for the punch. Turan cutting him off at the knee. Oh, one and a neck breaker. Oh, he is set. Oh, no. Turan, you are going to face the money clip. I really got to get Unkley to get me a new name. I'm sure he doesn't want to use that anymore. But he gets him!
And your winner, the team of Sir Hunkley Dunk and Khan.
Well, that could be a preview of next week. Khan and Unkley victorious over the team of Sawyer and Turan. But who knows what next week will bring. But for now, we still have, well, we still got a lot of show to get through. And, well, we have a lot of big matches, a lot of grudge matches, including the International Combat Club facing off against the newly formed team of the Wild Boys. Because Grizzly Adams is about done with Nice Ice. How done is he? Well, let's go to ringside and see what he has to say himself. I think there are some facts that need to be faced here, everyone. And, you know, one doesn't want to throw in the towel, but I think it's fair to say that the murder cave has sunset, over. I mean, in a manner of speaking. Chaz is looking for his own glory. Grim is in dormancy. And Arkoff, well, let's face it, it looks like his time has come. But, like the murder cave, OTP are outcasts. And they share that bond of being oddities. And I feel that bond along with them. And it is that bond of us, the outcasts, the weird kids, that will beat the International Combat Club. Because, well, they're the mean girls of... Well, I guess Nice Ice had to draw a line somewhere. Apparently Mean Girls was it. The Siberian Cyborg coming out to face the incarnation of war, Nice Ice, Grizzly. They've been, they've had a lot of, well, wars of words of late. I guess we're going to have one more before Future Shock. Nice Ice here, you calling Wild Boys weird kids? Outcasts? No, Grizzly Adams. What Wild Boys are is bunch of savages clinging together in the cold. And as a good Siberian winter will do, I shall snuff out your fire. About what I expect, Heather. So let's get down to brass tacks. You are going to come out, you're going to tout your superiority, you're going to say some cutting remarks, and none of it matters, because all that's going to matter is next week in the match. Oh no, I think many things matter. Superior of ICC, matter. Acknowledgement of dominance of Nice Ice, matter. Understanding that Wild Boys are little huddling children, important. I think what's important, Nice Ice, is ultimately putting you in your place and shutting you up. And I honestly can't think of two people I'd rather do it with than OTP. A weird crocodile man and a freak from Florida who you used to associate with Titans, with the Four Horsemen, the Murder Cave, Faces of Fear. You were one of the greats, and now you play in the swamp. Oh, but Nice Ice, I've learned swamps are interesting places. Swamps are someplace in between. Well, do you understand what the term liminal space is? Because that's what a swamp is. And a swamp is teeming with life and possibilities. I think you have perhaps been sharing some recreational materials with the Florida Man, because that is how you say cuckoo bananas, what you said right there, Grizzly Adams. but is okay. Nice Ice puts you out of your misery. Well, Nice Ice, right now, you are my misery. And so the easiest way to put me out of that is to send you to the scrap heap, along with your failed comedian and your chilly friend. And do not speak badly of Glycerius. He is master of street lucha. He is legend in lucha. As for Locke, his jokes are getting better all the time. He actually made Nice Ice laugh last week. So, this what we do. We face next week. All right, well, did I hear that correctly? Did Grizzly Adams call Nice Ice Heather? Because I think that's what I heard. Well, we have a lot more exciting matches tonight, including your main event, as participants in the Elimination Chamber face off in a one-fall multi-man match. But before we get there, we gotta pay some bills. It is time for us to take a commercial break. And when we come back, it's a match that was called for by the Allfather as he faces the storyteller to prove that his time is not over. But that's after this. See you all after the break.
Feel the warm, milky, healing, Jesus-powered goodness that is Lactatanks. Step inside or be thrown in forcibly by registered Anon after you've gotten the shit beaten out of you by multiple people in one wrestling match. We swear nobody has ever died in a Lactatank. What is the Lacta made of in the Lactatank? We have no fucking clue, but we enjoy it anyways, and you will too. Lactatanks, come feel our warm, creamy, healing Jesus goodness.
Multiverse, Nexus Wrestling's Warzone, Flashbang, and Firing Line are all proudly sponsored by Enraptured Beauty. Our products, rather than using unnatural and harmful chemicals, revitalize your skin by boosting the natural elements already present and enhance your natural beauty so you too can love your best self.
It's morning in Multiverse, and rest of day looms, looking to break the weary like monster breaking human twig in wrestling ring. But there is remedy. Squash roast coffee, made from finest naturally grown beans for best wake-up energy. That's because every bean have 10 beans within. That'll be 10 times more big energy than the competing brand. More than enough big squash energy to power through day. Squash roast coffee. It's big cup of good stuff. Now available in decaf. Oh, but there is need to come down from blood rage.
When you want the most detailed and violent-looking pictures of battlegrounds, look for Perfect Snap Photography. We do bar fights, wars, underground wrestling, and weddings.
My wedding dress, you fat harlot!
Remember, Perfect Snap Photography. It'll be bloody perfect in a snap.
You too can now wage war against the flabby wrestlers of MNW with your own exclusive Zacko action figure. It comes with trios tag belt accessories and nut-kicking action. Pull the cord to hear Zacko's famous quotes.
Get that microphone away from me before I shot up your...
The Zacko Duo action figure, sold separately.
Whether you're working at home or giving your opponent work, we here at Lowe's are there for you. We're here with our sturdy tables and ladders that cease to exist if broken in half. We're here with rings that can stand up to even the most grueling of hoss fights. And when a locker room door is inevitably smashed by an angry lion woman or a fiery undead, leaves burn marks all over your paint, Lowe's will be there with a little elbow grease, a substandard 2x4, and a six-figure bill. Don't believe me? Listen to these satisfied customers.
You know, I like Lowe's because they have tables that I can put pizza on because everyone else keeps breaking the goddamn tables.
This is Raphael Sampson here to remind you that Lowe's brand lumber is subpar at best. You deserve better. And trust me, I would know. I worship a god.
Sometimes when executing wrestling justice, I've had to break down a few barriers and a few walls.
Oh, fucking damn it, Max, my wall!
Thank goodness I shop at Lowe's so I can get the best deal on replacing and fixing all the walls I break.
Lowe's. Do it subpar for more.
Why?
And now, a message from the brass. This has been a message from the brass.
Have you or a beloved faction member suffered from a preventable workplace injury, jobber discrimination, threatening lawsuits from VIP, or harassment from Trashman Jones? You may be entitled to financial compensation and physical retribution. If so, please call Gorwheel & Associates Law Firm to schedule an appointment. We handle all cases, whether they be civil litigation, criminal litigation, or a backstage beatdown. We understand it's tough out here in the Nexus, and you need someone to both watch your back and break the other guys. So call 1-800-NEXUS-DEFENSE. And remember, you don't pay a fee unless we get blood and money for you.
And we're back. Well, as I said before the break, it's time. This match, let's just say it's an interesting one, because a few weeks ago, Arkoff came out and said he was going to grind down the members of the MNW roster to reforge them, and those that couldn't handle it, well, that's their fate. Only for the storyteller to come out the very next week and say that Arkoff's time is done, and that when Arkoff's time passes, it will be the dawn of the fourth age. No one knows what that means, except maybe Arkoff, who came out last week and said his time was not done, and now demanded a match against the storyteller to prove his point. Well, I can't think of a better thing to have right now than that match. And you all know what that means. That's right. Folks, it is time to head to ringside.
The following match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the storyteller.
And here it is, the storyteller. Recent accomplishments. Well, he facilitated, or perhaps just opened the door for Uncle Dunk's redemption. He did create a plot twist foiling the schemes of Dr. Grimm. And now he claims it's time to usher in a new age by ushering out the Allfather. enters the ring. No one is more... You know, we got a lot of enigmatic people here in MNW. But over time, I don't think anyone as enigmatic as the storyteller.
And introducing their opponent, the All-Father.
And here he comes, the All-Father, Arkalt. One of the other long-standing veterans of MNW. Also the man that brought the Inquisition down upon us. And now threatening the roster again with another perhaps apocalyptic event. And they are off. Oh, and down goes the storyteller as the Allfather takes a early lead in this matchup. Following Arkalt out. Oh, kick to the head. And another. That's a boot to the head. One more for Jenny and the Whip. Dragon Screw takedown. I feel we are, even though it looks like a simple wrestling match, I cannot shake off the feeling that we are witnessing a cosmic event unfolding before us. I mean, it's just a wrestling match. Two wrestlers enter a ring, wrestle, and one will emerge victorious. And yet, I don't know why this feels simultaneously monumental. Arkov going after the storyteller with those stomps. Working his arm. Ugh. L1 count. And oh! Doing that backdrop. And back into the ring, the All-Father goes. Storyteller following after. Uh-oh, this... What are we about to have? A bookend!
And your winner, the Storyteller.
I just realized that wasn't a bookend, that was an epilogue. The Storyteller is won. I mean, again, it's just a match, but Allfather called to prove his time wasn't over. You see him looking broken on the outside. What does this mean for our call future? What does this mean for MNW's future? I can't shake the feeling we just saw something big happen. Well, we don't have time. We still have a show. That was not your main event. That's coming up in our next match. Because we're that far along, folks. But before we get there, there's a few things we have to, we have to deal with it. And part of that is I'm being told by Phyllis that after witnessing that match, I have somebody approaching the ring. And as Phyllis has pointed out, she doesn't feel there's any way to stop him. So we're just going to head to ringside and hear from the Dark Lord, Jaunt Tristram. Well, isn't this interesting? Now, I'm sure you all realize that overall the Dark Lords have chosen to take a step back precisely because of all the chaos going on. You've got the war between the Hero Time and the Outlaws. You've got the wrath of a demigod. Oh, and let's not forget the chaos of the Elimination Chamber. But now the Allfather's sudden defeat. Oh, this is getting interesting. Can't you feel it? Times are changing in MNW. And this is exactly the moment the Dark Lords have been waiting for. So, everyone, enjoy your future shock next week, because after that is done, let me assure each and every one of you dark times are ahead for Multiverse Nexus Wrestling. But don't worry, the Dark Lords are the perfect shepherds for this new age. Oh, this is going to be fun! Yeah, now I don't like any of this. Nope, I don't like a single damn thing going on. But, well, just have to deal with it as it comes. Talk to people, see what we can do to prepare. But right now, we have a main event to get to. As we've been promising, it is time. Multiversal Ant, Nakano Kirishima, Leon Arcaster, Minwanu, and Necrom. You're going to see all of them next week, along with Draco Rex, in an elimination chamber to determine who amongst them will be the next #1 contender for the Multiversal Heavyweight Championship after Blue Hood and El Albatros determine who will carry that belt going forward. But tonight, you are going to see them in fatal 5-way action. So say it with me. Let's do this.
The following is a 4-way match and is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the Multiversal Ant.
And the first to come out, the Multiversal Ant. Newest member of the MNW roster, member of Hero Time. He is ready for action. And next week, the biggest opportunity of his career. He and 4 other combatants are about to enter the ring. He's the first, but folks, it's going to be a hell of a match, and it's just the warm-up to the Elimination Chamber next week. But unlike that match, this will be one fall to a finish. That means get ready for brutality.
Introducing next, Nakano Kirishima.
And the Crimson Delinquent, at this point, as far as I can tell, he is the new de facto leader of the Outlaws, leading their assaults against Hero Time. And he would love a shot.
Introducing next, Leon Arcaster.
Also representing Hero Time, the Toa, Leon Arcaster.
And introducing last. Introducing next, Minwanu.
The wide bastard Minwanu. A lot of this started when Minwanu demanded a shot at El Albatros. Didn't quite make it, but then Alba had the idea of pulling together many of the up-and-coming wrestlers in an elimination chamber to determine the next #1 contender. It can feel opportunity staring him in the face. But first, he's got to get past this match and get to next week.
And introducing the final opponent. Necrom.
And the Living Nightmare. Now, he has held gold in MNW. But still, Alba felt he would be a good inclusion in the Elimination Chamber, which he's looking forward to. He is coming down. He, of course, I don't think there's anything supernatural about him. I think he's just a spooky, intimidating bastard. Taking his time getting in the ring, letting the tension build. Drinking in the tension in the crowd. And here we go. Now, because we couldn't get Draco Rex into this match, because he had a match earlier tonight, it's a 5-way, which is a little unbalanced in the beginning. In fact, a little unbalanced throughout, because this is one fall to a finish, which should lead to some interesting shenanigans. Now, remember, An elimination chamber is just that, an elimination match. All combatants slowly enter the match, and then one by one are removed to the match until just 2 remain. But right now, it's everyone against everyone, one fall to a finish. And, oh, Minwanu with an elbow to Nakano. Oh, and a stomp! Nakano determined not only to win the Elimination Chamber, but to leverage a victory into a way to bring back his fired mentor, Theron Markov. But right now, oh! Getting manhandled by the Toa. Going for a pin. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. And now the Ant going after Nakano. Of course, the war between Hero Time and the Outlaws. Oh, and a chair onto the Living Nightmare. Match like this, there's no disqualification. And leave it to the Crimson Delinquent to take advantage of that fact. And a gut wrench on the Ant. And another chair on Necrom. And, oh, trying to throw the Ant into the post, but he resists. And now Kirishima, oh, doing what Minwano tried to do to Minwano. Only to walk right into his rival, the Ant. And the Ant, oh, trying to use a kendo stick on the Wide Bastard to no available. Pin, fall attempt, broken up before the Wide Bastard can break it up. And now 4 of the 5 combatants in the ring. And Nakano with the kendo stick. Stunner. And a knee to the face of Necrom going for the pin. Broken up before even a 1 count by our caster. Minwano trying to keep Necrom down with that kendo stick. Oh, breaking it over his head. And Nakano with another kendo stick. And Minwano remains unimpressed as he bounces him off the turnbuckle. Oh, pinfall attempt broken up by Minwanu. Minwanu's everywhere. Moves really fast for a big guy. Leon even going after his partner in hero time, because in a situation like this, every man for himself. Nakano getting, slamming down the living nightmare. Can he take advantage? Necrom giving him the devil's due. Oh, and can he do one? Nope. The Ant was going after another pin attempt on Necrom. A lot of people want to get the pin on Necrom. Minwano, I think, yep, he's looking for another weapon. And he's got a kendo stick, and he is going to use it on Arcaster. Oh, got a one hit in before reversal. Oh, throwing the chair at Necrom. And that's it. The ring is emptied. Which sure can be fun, but the decision has to happen in there. Oh! Throwing the Ant against Necrom. Now the Ant just... I think he just confused Minwano, like how in a bullfight you confuse the bull. Okay, a lot of people being thrown. Oh, it's like a bowling match with people. And Hurricanrana on the wide bastard, only for the Ant to, oh! Necrom is throwing the steel steps. And oh! At this point, Necrom just going after everyone. But should have been paying attention to the Ant. Oh, the Ant thrown at the Spanish announce table, but managed to slow himself down. Something else thrown at Necrom's head. Meanwhile, Arcaster, the only one in the ring. Oh, Tope Suicida, but I think he miscalculated. Oh! Necrom into the steps. Meanwhile, Minwanu into a tequila sunrise. The ant eating a knee from Nakano. Everyone but Minwanu in the ring right now. And up Minwanu, hanging Necrom out to dry. What? Oh! Out of nowhere!
And your winner, Minwanu.
The white bastard getting the pin on the living nightmare Necrom. He is heading into Future Shock with momentum. After all, he's the one that initially wanted to get his hands on El Albatros. Now the question is, can he do this again next week in the Elimination Chamber? Well, there you have it, folks. That was your main event, but we're not quite done. Because someone has asked for some ring time, and based on the circumstances, I'm going to allow it. So let's head down to the ring, and let's hear from the man known as Kane. All right, I'm going to get to the point because, well, I don't feel like dancing around it. CJR Killer, I'm done with this bullshit with Hero Time and the Outlaws. It's gone on too long. It's frankly gotten ridiculous. And I'm still feeling the sting from our brawl a few weeks ago. And I want to be the one to end it once and for all. Now, I know that Power Surge kicked your ass last week, and that's got to sting. But let's face it, the kid's awesome. Of course he got the job done. But now, I want to build on that. And I want to finish you off. And let's face it, taking you out, and that's pretty much it for because then it's just Nakano Kirishima. And he's got his own issues. So let's get this finished. Well, I guess CJR heard him. Now, I'm curious how this is going to work because I don't have any more room on the Future Shock card. I mean, I get it. They want to finish this, but Future Shock's booked, guys. Oh, yeah. Haha, you better believe I'm ready to end this. I promise to be the one to carry the torch in Theron's absence. And I know what everyone's saying about the kid. Yeah, he's got a brain on him. But I'm the OG outlaw with Theron. All right, well, I already know we're not getting on the pay-per-view next week. I looked at the card. Jerry doesn't have any more slots, but well, we had a lot of fun stuff happen tonight at the Go Home show. What say you and I take this to the return show. Oh, yeah. And let's take it one step further. 'Cause the outlaws play for blood. So let's make this an ambulance match. 'Cause when I'm done with you, might as well cut out the middleman. You're gonna need one. Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Ambulance match, sure. After all, Power Surge beat you last week. So, I have all the confidence in the world. It's been shown you can be beat. And I'm the man that'll do it. Yeah, your kid, your little brother beat me last week. Big deal. But I gotta ask you, Kane. If that kid beat me last week, and I beat the hell out of you in an ambulance match, what does that mean for you? Well, first off, let me promise you that's not gonna happen. But you know what? I think you're thinking my ego is a lot more fragile. It isn't. Power Surge, you're calling him a kid. I call him a hero. Hero is just a fancy word for someone stupid enough not to know when to beat. So I think that word sums you up real tight. So, enjoy Future Shock, Kane. Enjoy the last time you're going to be able to eat solid food. Oh, what I'm going to enjoy is the anticipation of putting an end to this once and for all. So, you best get your affairs in order, because you're going to be going to visit Theron on the unemployment line. Yeah, you hold on to that dream, Kane. Because when I'm done with you, you're going to want to put a mask back on, because you're not going to be looking so pretty no more. Because like we say, we play for blood. Okay, well, I guess I know one match is going to happen on the return show. All right, well, at least somebody looked at the schedule. All right, well, folks, that has been a hell of a night. But don't go yet, because next week's the pay-per-view, so you know what's coming up next. We got to go over the card, and let me... Good God, Phyllis, what? Phyllis, the show's over. But no. They're what? The main event, they got the main event. Is the camera set up? I can't believe... The show's over. All right, is it ready? Okay, we're going backstage. Folks, we have to head to the backstage area, because apparently a brawl has broken out between the Blue Hood and El Albatros. These two are going to face each other next week at Future Shock for the Multiversal Heavyweight Championship. And, who knows who jumped who, because either one is capable of it. Oh! Getting him in a leg lock. Folks, this isn't a match. There is no submission. There is no count out. There is no pinfall. These are just two people with a lot of history and a lot of animosity fighting each other in the backstage area. Knocking him. I thought maybe the Blue Hood might get a little bit of an upper hand, but no luck. Oh, slamming him on that unforgiving concrete. Just raining blows on the Blue Hood. Ah, DDT on the concrete. Where is the Hood going? Oh, well, apparently there's a hockey stick right there, and he knew about it. Oh, and he's, oh! And was waiting for El Albatros. Oh, threw him under that table and some chairs. And, oh! Blows from that steel chair. These two might not make it to Future Shock based on how this is going. Oh! Neck breaker! Alba is just beating the hell out of Hood, but then that kick comes, the Hood giving as good as he gets. Oh, just bring it. Oh, that is. The Hood with a trash can hurling at Alba. The Hood taking, beating and now getting knocked down by the Multiversal Heavyweight Champion. And Blue Hood knocked out. Oh, please, nothing else. Oh, and as we go, we have a social media post by Nakano Kirishima saying, "Looks like we made the former Sith boy angry. I wonder if he'll shoot lightning out of his fingers." I don't think he does that. But before anything else happens, let's go over the card for Future Shock, starting with a special trios tag match. The Wild Boys taking on the International Combat Club. And then a TTV Championship match made just this evening. The Professional will challenge Adrian Driscoll for that TTV belt. Driscoll's second defense, but can he beat the one person who has beat him? And then Multiversal Tag Team Championship action when Gorm and Dagrick TPK face Alistair Evergreen and Gunnar Birch, the champions known as Night's Watch. And the Elimination Chamber. 6 wrestlers enter for the chance to be the new #1 contender for the Multiversal Heavyweight Championship. Leon R. Caster, Necrom, Nakano Kirishima, Draco Rex, Minuano, and the Multiversal Ant. And a special singles match, Sir Uncle Dunk against Ozir Turan. Ozir doubts Uncle's redemption will stick. Uncle determined to prove him wrong. And Nexus Titan Championship rematch when Tommy Boy challenges Johan Mjoln for the belt Johan cheated him out of. And a special match for Future Shock. R. Sawyer on his pay-per-view will take on the Nightmare Project, Khan. And in your main event, the Blue Hood challenges El Albatros for the Multiverse Heavyweight Championship. Join us next week, March 30th, for Future Shock. And with that, we are out of time. Thank you all for joining us. See you all next week for Future Shock. Until then, I've been your host, Warzone General Manager Jerry Aldini.